Ladies and gentlemen, this is the health and wellness spot, and today I want to talk about the egg. What is so important about this product called the egg? And I'll shift my attention specifically to the compounds that are found in the egg and the roles of the egg or this compound in the nourishment or development of your skin and your hair. Therefore, I welcome you to this video. So let's just start directly. Now, on this board, I've demonstrated the egg and the compounds that are found in the egg. Compounds that are in red, highlighted in red, are the ones that are found in the egg. And we'll talk about each compound independently. So compound number 1 is the protein. Then number 2 is the fat. Compound number 3 is a compound called choline. Compound number 4 is omega-3. Compound number 5 is lecithin. Number 6 are essential minerals, and the last one will be the carotenoids or carotenoids. The ones that we are told are found in carrots and they will aid in your vision. Good. So the egg is considered as one of the, basically as the best nutritional food above all others. So it has all compounds that you need for survival, and that's why you can only survive on eggs as your protein source. So it ranks as number 1 food that has a high content of nutrients, followed by breast milk. So breast milk comes second to the egg, and that's how important the egg is for adults. Now, why is the egg ranked this way? Because it has high content of fat, and therefore if you eat eggs, you will have a long period of time between meals. So it will aid you in intermittent fasting. Number 2, it has moderate proteins. Now we want to moderate proteins because for most people who have kidney problems, then you'll have to moderate proteins. And the egg has good amounts of protein, a good amount or good levels of protein that will not even disturb your kidneys. Then it has low carbohydrates. So that is a very perfect combination of any foods, including amino acids, which are essential, and that makes a perfect food combination. So low carbohydrates, moderate proteins, and high fat. So basically this will not arouse or will not cause a rise or a spike in your insulin levels in blood, and again it will help you start practicing fasting. So eggs are very essential. You should eat about 4 to 6 eggs every day. Now I'm here also to clear the misconceptions about cholesterol in the egg and its relationship to heart problems. So that's a myth, and I'll clear it later on in the video. So basically eggs play a bigger role in the skin nourishment, smooth skin and hair, growth of hair, reduction of brittleness. So those people who want to grow good hair and those one who are interested in very smooth skin, then you should consider eggs. Now, protein allergies. Protein allergies can be brought about by eggs, but we already talked about how allergies come to happen. Protein allergies come to happen. That is through consumption of simple carbohydrates that mess your gut, so that this protein from the egg get access to the immune system and you get those skin eruptions. Now again, the egg has 2 parts. We have the yolk and we have the egg white. Now the egg white is the one that has high content of protein. So the egg white has like 16 grams of protein per 100 gram of the egg, and the yolk has about 11 grams per 100 gram. So the egg white is the one that has high content of protein. The yolk has lower content of protein. So basically if you have these protein allergies and you want to consume your eggs, then you'll only have to consume the yolks, because those ones are the ones that are not responsible for your allergies, but the egg white. Good. So we already mentioned the compounds that are found in the egg. Now we'll start by by mentioning the fat soluble vitamins. So first of all, the egg has proteins that are complete. These are complete protein, and it's not compared to meat, fish, seafoods, and chicken. So those rank lower in protein content than the egg. So the egg is higher in protein content, and this is complete protein. Is a special protein because it's not like the muscle proteins. All other proteins are muscle proteins, but the egg is not a muscle protein. So it has several compounds that are not present in muscle proteins. So its bioavailability is very high. The protein is available for absorption, and it's good for your rejuvenation of muscles if at all you are a gym person. So after the gym, this is good food for you after training. So we have number 2, apart from proteins, we have also fat soluble vitamins, which is A, D, E, and K. Now again, remember these fat soluble vitamins cannot be absorbed without animal fat. So you'll have to consume animal fat for you to consume these, to absorb these fat soluble vitamins. Okay. Now the egg has high content of cholesterol already. So basically it will aid itself, it will aid in absorption of the same vitamins that it carries because of the cholesterol. So that's how special the egg is. Now, vitamin A. What are the roles of this vitamin A in skin and hair? Now, vitamin A, first of all, it's very hard to find vitamin A in its pure form in foods. It's very hard to find those foods that have vitamin A in its pure form. So basically what I'm saying is the pure form or the bioavailable form of vitamin A is retinol. But most people, we've had this myth that when you're not seeing well or you not have proper vision, then you should consume carrots and high vegetables and spinach. That is a myth because carrots and spinach have high content of beta carotene. Now, beta carotene is a precursor to vitamin A. It's not vitamin A, so it's not bioavailable. So in carrots, we have high content of in carrots, kales, and spinach. We have high contents of beta carotene, but the active compound or the active vitamin A form is retinol. So correct that misconception. Okay. Now, vitamin A protects your skin and eyes from cataracts, and again vitamin A plays a role in the immune system where it protects your body from viruses. So vitamin A fights viruses in your body, and these viruses are sometimes involved in destruction of your skin. So vitamin A plays that role specifically. Now vitamin D. Vitamin D is sometimes considered a vitamin and a hormone at the same time. Now vitamin D is the easiest vitamin to acquire. Why? You just walk in the sun, midday sunlight, and you acquire vitamin D. It's as long as your kidneys and your liver is functional, then it's converted into its active form, and this active form helps you protect your skin. Okay, so vitamin D prevents you from rashes, prevents you from skin conditions like psoriasis, and even sunburns. It's weird how vitamin D comes from the sun and again protects you from ultraviolet rays that will cause sunburns. It is also highly anti-inflammatory, so that means all inflammatory conditions and those autoimmune conditions will disappear if your content of vitamin D is adequate. The next one is vitamin E, which is also an antioxidant. Apart from being an antioxidant that helps you clean the skin, it also protects you from ultraviolet rays, just like vitamin D. So they work hand in hand, vitamin E and D, to help you protect your skin against harmful ultraviolet rays. Now, under vitamin K, we have vitamin K1, K2, and K3, and these have different functions, but the baseline is they all augment the function of sebum and a healthy skin. So they help you in flow of sebum, and that prevents you from acne. Okay, good. So the flow of sebum will be awesome. Now, those are fat soluble vitamins. So the first one was protein. The second one is fat soluble vitamin. The third one now is choline. Now choline prevents you from formation of a fatty liver. So choline is present in bile salts. Now these bile salts, their function is to sequester fats so that you can absorb them. So they make fat or lipids soluble so that they can be absorbed. Remember, you cannot absorb any compound without making it soluble in a fluid or a solvent, and therefore this choline that is present in bile provides for a chance to sequester fat so that you can absorb them. Okay. Now, this breaking down of fat, the sequestering of fats is the breakdown of fat for absorption. This breaking down of fat prevents you from crystallizing cholesterol, and that means you will not experience gallstones. Okay. Then again, choline plays a role in brain and nerve function, which means it helps you maintain a perfect memory. So that is still in the egg. So the next compound is omega-3. Now we all know that omega-3 is an anti-inflammatory compound. So it helps you to fight infections, to fight cancer, and to boost your immunity. Now again here, it plays an anti-inflammatory role in the skin and nourishment of the skin. And omega-3, we already mentioned sources. We've said egg already, source number 1. We said meat, we've said avocado and fish. Then we have lecithin. Now lecithin is another compound that works hand in hand with choline. So lecithin and choline work hand in hand in sequestering fats so that they can easily be absorbed. Again, lecithin is an antidote to cholesterol. Now that is interesting. So here we have another misconception to clear. Every time you hear or you read or you watch from the media that eggs have high content of cholesterol and they are harmful to your arteries and they cause cardiovascular diseases like heart attack. Okay, that is a myth. We need to clear that. Why? There are two types of cholesterol. Number 1 is low density lipoprotein, that is LDL. Number 2 is high density lipoprotein, that is HDL. Now HDL is the good cholesterol, and that is what is present in the egg. So the egg has high content of high density lipoprotein. Now this high density lipoprotein is helpful for your cell membrane formation. It's helpful for your recovery in inflammation. It's also helpful for your blood vessels recovery from effects of plaquing, which is caused by sugar. Now it is also the mother to all hormones in the body, so including testosterone and estrogen. These are male and female hormones. And even vitamin D, which is supposed to protect your skin. So the egg has all these components. But the bad cholesterol is low density lipoprotein. But again, remember, the egg has lecithin and choline. These two are antidotes to cholesterol, which means even if you consume any other source that has bad cholesterol, the egg will provide a chance for you to break down this bad cholesterol and it will clear it. So why do we have this misconception that the egg causes these bad conditions and the egg is bad? Too much of the egg will give you high content of cholesterol. Please correct that cholesterol is very important for your health. And the egg has high content of cholesterol, yes, but good cholesterol. And again, the egg has an antidote to cholesterol. So if you have high content of cholesterol, which is bad or good cholesterol, the egg has an antidote already, which is choline and lecithin. So sink that in slow. Understand it so that you just clear this brainwashing and these myths that have been propagated by the food industries so that they can market their products, and also some mainstream nutritionists who are servants to these food industries. So clear that in your mind. Now the next is B vitamins. So the egg has B vitamins, all B vitamins, vitamin B1, B2, B5, all these, and biotin. So biotin is the most important one here. Now biotin is a protein that is involved in hair and skin nourishment. Now this biotin is found in the egg, a boiled egg, a fried egg, and etc. Sorry. But raw eggs have another compound called avidin. So high consumption of raw eggs gives you so much avidin in the system. Now this avidin is dangerous because avidin prevents the absorption of biotin. So avidin binds to biotin and makes it not ready for absorption. So you will not absorb biotin. And once it blocks absorption of biotin, that means you will not get good quality hair. You will also not get good skin. So your skin will start having these scaly surfaces. You produce scales. It will rough and dry, and your hair will become brittle and easy to break, and you'll start falling off. So biotin is very important, but again, do not overconsume raw eggs because raw eggs have high content of avidin that will block your absorption of biotin. Good. Now the next one is minerals. So the egg has essential minerals like iodine and selenium. Now, iodine and selenium, these are elements that play a major role in formation of thyroid hormones. So absorption of iodine requires selenium, and now the egg has both. It has iodine and it also has selenium. That means this iodine in this egg will be absorbed maximally, and therefore your thyroid hormones will function adequately. And remember the roles of thyroid hormones? We have a video about that, and you can check it up on our videos. Next, and the last one, is carotenoids. Now, carotenoids, we have only two. Okay, carotenoids are two. One is lutein and two is zeaxanthin. So there are two, lutein and zeaxanthin, and these two have a major role also in skin and hair formation. So all these compounds that increase your hair and your skin quality are in the egg. So those are reasons why you should consume the egg. Now, there are other misconceptions around the egg. Misconception number one is that if you eat eggs, you will get exposure. More eggs will lead you to exposure to salmonella infection. Now, chances of you getting salmonella from eggs are 1 to 30,000. That means you will consume so many eggs over a very long period of time for you to get a single case of salmonellosis. And therefore, that is also not basically a myth, but the basis of it is observational rather than scientific. So we can disqualify that also. It happens rarely. Okay. Number two, there's a difference between pastured eggs and pasteurized eggs. Now, pasteurized eggs, pasteurization is a process of just sterilizing a product. So same eggs, pasteurization can be used to sterilize eggs. So that was aimed at clearing salmonella from the egg. So they take an egg and pass it through heat, a certain level of heat, until it clears this salmonella. So those are pasteurized eggs. So you'll sometimes go to the supermarket and you get eggs written on pasteurized eggs. That is what they mean. But pastured eggs, these are, I can call them organic in quotes, because these are the eggs that come from chicken that are free range, that are able to eat grass, worms, sand, and all these compounds. So the eggs is high quality. The yolk has high quality because they have all these organic nutrients. And these eggs are the ones that we need more than the other eggs that are produced in the factories, or the eggs that are produced by chicken that are given steroids. So basically that's it. For pasteurized and pastured eggs. So basically those are the reasons why you should eat eggs. You should eat more eggs than you've been eating. Just eat your eggs. There is no problem with heart conditions, and there is no problem with cardiovascular diseases. Eggs are healthy. Eat them in plenty. If you're exercising, you should add your amount of eggs, because they will help you rejuvenate your muscles after an exercise. So again, these products, some of them are present in vegetables, but the egg still maintains to be the most nutritious food. So eat your eggs. We'll see you in the next.